Without further ado, welcome the cast of Demon Slayer. Keep it going, guys, keep it going. You're doing great, doing great.
Okay, I sit in Ray Chase's seat. You have to do Ray Chase's voice. Hey, it's me, Ray Chase. Is this thing on? It does say, Ray, it's me. I'm flashy. I'm Ray Chase.
Fancy. Flashy.
Thank you, yes.
So we had someone who crashed our panel. Welcome, Zeno Robinson. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today. How's the con been?
Fabulous.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's great, that's great.
So great. Fancy.
Best, most beautiful fans in the world.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so we're gonna start off the panel by asking a question directed right at Zach.
I'm scared. What did you eat for breakfast?
I had
Dang, did
nothing.
you not eat breakfast?
I had nothing.
Sorry, what was your question?
It's been a busy con, it is totally okay. Okay, so Tanjiro is very sincere and compassionate, and that makes him very unique. When you're filming or recording, how do you strike a balance between the dramatic combat sequences and his tender moments?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. You know, I think he's just a very dynamic character. So it is tricky, right? Because you want to make it sound, you want to make those like innocent moments sound like just really special and have that compassion come through in his voice. And it's tricky because, you know, when you're doing the screaming and then you go back into being very soft, I try to save the screaming as much as I can for the very end. And I'm talking even about like the battle efforts too. Because for me, I think doing like that's what gets to my throat. Not the like, not just like a full power scream, but it's those grunts that you have to like.
And you
hold
gotta
back.
do a lot of breathing too, huh?
That's right, I do the breathing as well.
I remember Steve, our director, would always talk to me. He's like, "Oh, poor Zach. I saw him almost pass out from trying to hold a really long breath." Because then Tanjiro would go like, "Shh," for like 20 seconds.
Yeah. I think it's interesting for sure, but I do my best to like really drive it home when we have those soft, like, you know, tender moments, or when he's like, "Nezuko, everything's gonna be okay." You know, like just really trying to like nail it in.
That's why you got hired.
Oh, I love that, that was beautiful.
Right in the kokoro. Right here.
Tanjiro has come a long way, and we're very, very proud of him. This is for the cast. Which Demon Slayer moment required the most to get perfect, so for you to perfect that moment, and why was it either funny or difficult for you?
Okay, so we all know that when we watch like sort of like somebody getting a little bit crazy, that the Japanese voice actor ends up putting this kind of maniacal sort of heady voice that they add to it. So the tricky thing for me in the very last episode is that Muzan's been here the whole time. He just sort of lives here. And then I listened to the Japanese ref when he's starting to lose it, like with Tamayo and stuff, and he's kind of doing this sort of thing, right? And I'm like, how on earth do I incorporate that into what I've established for Muzan? So you can hear a little bit of it. I didn't go as far as the Japanese because it just wouldn't make any sense, but I did, in order to honor the Japanese performance, I tried to add a little bit of that. So in that last episode, you can hear hints of like crazy eyes, but it was still Muzan.
It was like cool crazy eyes.
It was, yeah, it was mellow crazy eyes.
Shaggy Scooby-Doo crazy eyes.
That was the hardest thing for me.
I had been waiting so long to do Genya stuff that like when it came time to do it, I think I like was really particular about kind of everything. But I think the thing that was like, I think the thing I wanted to be most specific about was differentiating between like Genya's like his standard gruff voice, and then there's demon gruffer sort of kind of voice thing going on. So like getting the Genya's demon mode correct while still not making him too one note was like something I had to really be mindful of when we were recording.
My favorite part was when he was like, "I ate that demon." I was like, "What? You did what?"
He was like, I ate demons, just so you know.
That's just his hobby. He's just
Yeah,
like
just
doing
you know,
that just for fun. Just
a knife and a fork and maybe a demon finger. Wrong show.
For me, when we were first establishing the character, it was super tough because, I've never walked into a booth and had the entire script be in capital letters before. So I was like, well, that's something. And the first time we did it, I remember it was like we took 7 hours for the first episode that Zenitsu ever appears in because we were so particular about it. And back then I was like, yeah, he just sounds just like that. It was super, super tough to just lay down that groundwork. And now it's been like 5 years since we've done it, really.
Wow.
It's been a long time. Wow. So now it's kind of just like, turning on and off a light switch. It's much easier now, but I remember, I think with everybody in the beginning, we're all very picky about how we sound and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I know the person who has to record the most lines is right here.
It's me.
You have to record like a whole encyclopedia of lines.
It's a monologue. I feel like that's kind of the thing with Tanjiro, right?
He's like the type of character who talks to himself when he goes to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I gotta make sure there's no toilet paper.
I really gotta go. Wait.
Tanjiro, don't make eye contact with the guy next to you.
I'm supposed to stand right next to him, right? Even if there's 10 stalls open.
He needs my company. That's true friendship.
Wait, why am I wet?
No, all right. Enough. Enough of that bit.
I know this could go so many bad places. What was the question? What is the hardest thing?
What did you? What moments did you?
What moments do I what?
Sorry. What moments did you feel like you needed to perfect, whether they were funny or difficult?
Oh wow. Oh geez. There's so many. I mean, for me, I think the moments that I always hyper focus on are just those like intense fight scenes. The one with Han Tengu at the very end of the Swordsmith Village was one I was thinking about for a long time. I'm like, oh wow, like, how do I like do this? And then there's the whole scene with Nezuko and like the crying, and I'm like, okay. And it's so over the top, right? Like he's just like the way that he cries, like it's very loud, it's very over the top, and I'm like, okay, how do I bring this down and make it like I want it to be over the top, but also sound grounded at the same time. And then, yeah, I mean, that was coming off of like the fight scene and the screams. And like I said, I like to jump around if I can to save my voice. But I think on that scene for that episode, I think I just went all the way through and I did the screaming, and that kind of put me in the zone to like feel the emotion. And I love listening to the music. I don't know if you guys are the same.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you hear
that's essential.
yeah, like I need to hear the Can you guys like make sure the track is on? Because sometimes like there are shows I've worked on where it's just muted. I'm like, can I hear the music like while we're doing this so I can get a feel for the scene? And then it puts me into the emotion. I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Nezuko.
That's how you recorded
And that was the scene.
And as he's crying, he's singing the song lyrics.
Wow, that was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that. So I had to find a question for you, Zeno.
I'm super
Genya.
Ray Chase, by the way.
Thank you so much for joining us. Genya has this strong, silent edge. What do you think he would actually do for fun if he let his guard down?
Oh, I think he would like cooking if he let his guard down. That's really funny now that I think about that. Like I said, cooking?
Cooking?
Yeah, make him a nice
I think
demon
he would.
stew.
You're all about eating demons, huh?
I think, especially because his whole thing is he has a really special digestive system. So every one of the demon slayers sort of has this thing with a sense, right? So like while Tanjiro's is smell and Zenitsu's is hearing, Genya's is taste, and it leads into the digestive system. So I think like if he actually let his guard down, he'd probably be like an excellent cook.
Answer. Yeah.
Cooking. What would be his favorite dish, though?
Favorite dish that's not a demon? I'm sure demons don't taste great.
You were like Gordon Ramsay's beef
Dear Gordon Ramsay, like on Twitter.
He's like making a TikTok. This one's for Gordon Ramsay.
Please review my food. You know? I think he could make a pretty decent like curry. I feel like, yeah. Ooh. See, everybody, curry's good.
Yeah, you're making me hungry. Right
yeah, I'm making myself hungry.
That's great. Maybe we should do an episode featuring Gordon Ramsay. I think that'd be a great episode. No.
I'm so with it. Like demon Gordon Ramsay.
He'd be there. He's like, he see a demon. He's like, what the fuck are those things?
Exactly. His blood demon art's just like verbally berating the demon slayers. They're like, my feelings are so hurt.
The demon's like, you know what, man? I don't even want to fight anymore.
Yeah, this is just hurtful.
Speaking of a random thing popping into the show, if you all could create a demon based off of your darkest fear, what would it look like?
Like as people, our darkest fear?
Yes.
Oh.
Mine would be a crowd of people.
The crowd of people demon.
The crowd of people demon. It's one demon, but it's like people that are conjoined together in a whole crowd. And they come up to me and they're like, "Excuse me, are you free right now?"
Is your name Aleks Lee? Are you?
Mine would be a demon that comes up and tells you you have a test that you have not studied for.
Oh no.
Because the one recurring nightmare that I've had my whole life that I still get literally like once a month, which makes me so mad because it's very upsetting, is that I'm back in college and I realize I have a test that I've not studied for. Like I literally haven't been to the class for the entire half of the semester and I have to go and take a test. And it's very stressful.
That's horrifying.
It is.
That is very scary.
But it's always nice to wake up and realize I have no responsibilities.
Right, as an adult, we have no responsibility. Nothing to worry about as an adult, that's all.
I thought I had responsibilities today. Thank God I'm an adult.
I thought I needed to pay the rent. Never mind, I'm all good.
Man.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. Yeah, my greatest fear.
What
Probably
is your greatest fear? Just to note, just so I can have it.
Just curious. No.
Just curious.
No ulterior motives here.
Well, I mean, it's kind of already been done in a way in the show.
Yeah.
I don't like spiders. I'm not a fan of spiders. It'd be like that big freaking spider from Harry Potter, you know, like when he goes into the forest.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing is. Ugh.
So it's already in the show.
Yeah, it's kind of already in the show.
What about you?
I don't know. The black void non-existence demon.
What is that? What is that?
Like sensory deprivation?
Yeah,
like
just
nothing.
like absolute nothingness demon.
Would he be in the shape of like a house and then you'd have to enter?
Yeah, and then the house is formless. It's just like space.
So wait a second. Okay, so I've met a few people recently. So you have like a fear of death and the unknown.
I have a fear of non-existence.
Right.
I don't necessarily fear death. I fear non-existence.
Yeah,
I
and
think that's terrifying.
And there's a word for it. I don't know, but apparently this is a pretty common thing that people have. It's like, and I don't get it. I've never understood it because to me, like, death is like the ultimate nap. Like, you literally have no responsibility after that.
This guy's all about no responsibility.
Yeah, you know?
I can't wait to die so I don't have any responsibility.
But I've talked to folks who feel the way you do, and it's like, even thinking of before you were born that you didn't exist, that's terrifying.
That's also scary. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's also scary.
That's pretty.
I mean, not
like,
in a judgment way. I'm just like, I don't get it.
that's like existential dread.
Yeah.
Me, I'm
The
more so.
existential dread demon.
That's what it is.
Wow. Thank you so much.
I thought a very heady addition to the show.
Right.
I was just gonna be like, I'm scared of like a really big fish or something like that. But all right.
No, that's another. I think that's my biggest fear is being in. What is it called when you're like in open water and you're worried about like the megalodon coming and killing?
Thalassophobia, something like that.
A fear of
no,
sharks?
man, I'm scared of that too. No, like a giant creature. Just like
Oh,
you're
just
swimming,
something you just have never
and
seen
you look,
before.
You look underneath and it's
Yeah.
a
man.
giant
Like you are a little grain of sand like in the middle of, you know what I mean?
Okay,
like, you
yeah,
are
that'd be a
ant.
pretty rough way to go.
In a way, all of our fears are kind of connected.
Yeah.
That would be terrifying.
Although I would rather get eaten by the big monster than just like get tired and drown, like out in the middle of there.
I thought you
right?
were gonna say I'd rather get eaten by the big monster than find out I had a test that didn't
Right.
say.
that they have a responsibility that day.
I unlocked a lot of fears today. This would be my final question. If you folks would like to start lining up with your questions, there is a mic right there. Please do it slowly,
Careful,
slowly,
careful.
slowly.
Walk, don't
Really careful.
run.
Single file.
Please and thank you.
Push over the person in front of you.
So my final question will be directed to Greg. Muzin has a frightening and mysterious nature. What makes playing such a strong antagonist so enjoyable for you?
I think because, and I've said this before, the thing that I really connect with Muzan is that we all, I think, go through life with hardships when it comes to, when I was young, I grew up in sort of like a primarily Caucasian neighborhood, and I was one of the only minorities around. And you know, kids, I mean, they don't necessarily treat you all that great when you look different and all that kind of stuff. So I felt very outcast and sort of ostracized as a young person. So when Muzan has his whole arc where he's sick and he's looking at everybody else having fun and he sort of feels out of it, and kind of the feelings of not only like sadness but anger that come out of that is something that's very personal to me, because that's kind of a big scar from my childhood. And so playing Muzan allows me to kind of indulge some of the negative energy that I still hold inside as much as I try and let it go, and it kind of release it in a therapeutic way, because it comes from a very authentic place, and I'm like, well, if I'm going to be scarred, I may as well entertain somebody with it.
Yeah.
And so putting it into the show and really putting all of that energy into the show is it feels good for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That is.
Thank you
That's a
so
great
much. Now I'm going to open up the questions to you all. Again, we're going to keep it to one question per person, and the questions will be scanned by our lovely volunteer over here. So our first person, hi.
Hi. What is your favorite line and favorite episode from any of the seasons?
Ooh, okay. Favorite lines and favorite episodes. Should we go?
Nezuko!
All right, so what episode was that from?
Every single one.
Favorite lines?
So far, right now, one of my favorite lines is it's in one of the, what's it called, the after.
Yeah.
What is that
The
called?
the
The
post
post show.
Oh,
yeah.
oh my gosh.
The
Taisho Secret.
Taisho Secret.
Yeah.
It's with Tanjiro and Genya, and he's like, "We're friends. Remember we shared that hot spring together?" And he's like, "We're not friends." You know?
We're bestest friends.
Yeah. No,
And
we're
here-
not.
And here I thought we could bond together in our nakedness.
That's a good line. That's a really good
We're not friends.
Mine used to be when I was cursing Akaza out as little boy Muzan. And I would say, "Why do you exist if your sole purpose has become to disappoint me?"
Dang.
Wow.
I would cry.
But I think I have a new favorite from this last episode, where I get to say, "I'll massacre every last one of you before sunrise."
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
My favorite one, and I tell every show, you get one of this.
You get one. You get one.
You get one every
Ready?
show. All right. This is
okay.
from episode 11 when Zeno first shows up and he meets Inosuke for the first time, and he goes, "Ah! It's a monster!" That's the line. That's my favorite one. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's such a funny scream.
I love it.
We all have to prepare our ears.
Yeah. I said, I'm right next to him.
I should have done it like this.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
This is for Super Ray Chase.
Oh, it's Super Ray
Super Ray Chase, yes. Yes, hello.
How do you think Ganya found out about the demon sales?
How did he find out?
Yeah, how do you think he found out?
I think his brother went first after the thing that happened with their parents, with their mom. His brother went first, and then Genya went after him to apologize. Yeah.
And then he's like, I should eat those demons.
You know, I
Those
should.
are tasty.
He was in the selection like, I wonder what would happen if I just
I took a little
took a
nibble out of
little
them.
bite. I'm kind of hungry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
So I have a question. So a lot of your characters have you guys being very rough with your voices. What do you guys usually do to like maintain that and not completely just ruin your voices when you have to do such intense scenes?
That's our secret. We always ruin our
Yeah.
voices.
The voice just gets ruined.
Well, there are some preventative measures that we can take
Yeah.
beforehand. Like one of the big ones for me recording this character is that I like to, usually an anime session lasts 4 hours long a day. And for this character in particular, I was like, let's cut it down to 2 hours. So we only do 2 hours of Zainsu a day. And then I also drink they have 7 water bottles there. And every take, I just take
Yeah.
another sip.
Yep.
Instead of the water bottle, it's the Ninjam bottle. I just bring the whole thing, and I
Really?
yeah,
You
and
just
I
chug it.
just
No, I
straight
just
drink
chug
it
it.
straight.
We go straight.
Yeah, I just drink it straight.
I remember,
before
so
everything.
Steve Bloom, right?
Yeah.
He played one of the demons in episode 12, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, out of the blue, I'd never interacted with him before. I just took a picture of my bottle, and I was like, I drank all of this for Zainsu today. And out of nowhere, never interacted with this man before. He's a legend, I love him. He just comments on my tweet, and he's just like, that will give you the runs. I'm like, thank you, Steve.
It is
Thank you
a
for
pretty
the
effective
advice.
diuretic.
Yeah.
It is.
For some people.
For
I've
some
never
people.
I've
Yeah,
never
I
had that
never
issue.
realized either. Yeah, I don't
Right,
know.
but I was like, well, this is my first interaction with him. That's
Yeah,
very cool.
that's very funny.
That's
that
my
is cool.
only interaction.
Yeah.
A funny warning.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, my turn. Thank you. If Demon Slayer had come out in the late 90s, early 2000s, and if it was dubbed by 4Kids Entertainment, would it have gotten the localization treatment? Do any of you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
people, come on, show of hands.
100%. Yeah. All the gore would be removed.
Right. There would be-
Tanjiro would be named Tanner.
Zenitsu would be Zane.
Yeah.
My name's Tanner Slayer, and I'm part of the Demon Slayer Corps.
Muzan would be Michael.
Michael.
Michael, there he is.
Yeah.
We all know what the rice balls would become, people. Come on.
Yeah, donuts.
Rice
Yeah,
ball
yeah.
donuts, the jelly donuts.
I would pay to see that. I would pay to
yeah,
Jelly do-
same actually. I wonder
This-
what the cast would
This
be.
needs to happen.
Yeah, I want this.
There would be no demon slaying, it would be demon training. So
Yes.
every time they meet a demon, they're like, we're just training,
Demon
right?
fighter. It would be called
yeah,
Demon
Just
Fighter.
training demons.
Yeah.
After Tanjiro kills them, he would be like, you're taking a nap, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you later.
I
That's
put
cool.
that demon to sleep.
He's not dead. He's just gone to heaven.
Thank you. very, very good piece of information.
He's not dead. He's just gone to heaven. It's so funny. That'd be
Awesome question.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
that's
you.
great.
Thank you.
Tiffany says hi, Alex.
All right, who do we got next?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm very nervous, by the way.
It's
No,
okay.
no,
Me
all
too.
good, all good.
So, my question was, what was your favorite blooper that you did?
Favorite one?
Blooper.
Like, if you messed up a line.
Bloopers.
Oh.
I'm like, I take it way too seriously whenever I'm recording. So usually when people mess
Yeah,
up, they would
I'm
say
so
something
not
funny.
fun, yeah.
Yeah, so whenever I mess up, it's actually really tense for everybody in the room because I mess up and I'm like, again, one more time.
Yeah.
One more time. I get so angry. I'm like,
Because you're just screaming every line trying to match impossible time.
no, it was just like it gets your blood level up, and then they would play it for me, and then Bryce would like leave a blooper for me, and I listen to the scene. He's like, I can smell my own farts.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I remember there was a scene that I recorded, and Bryce had left me something that I can't repeat on this panel. But
That's so funny.
it was hilarious though, because they left the volume like at max. They didn't turn it down in my headphones. Like the levels weren't adjusted. So everything else was like low level. Like I hear the music, you know, I'm about to say my like heartfelt line, you know, like we gotta get out of, and then all of a sudden I hear, and he comes in with his laugh and he says something very bad. I don't remember what I don't really remember a whole lot of my bloopers.
Anything for you, Greg, or are you also locked in when you're recording?
I think what happens with me, like busted takes are I'm very foul-mouthed, and I generally just drop a string of F-bombs if I mess up a line. And it sounds like Muzan like stubbed his toe really bad in the middle of it, because I just start cursing. So
I feel like this is our table is the no fun table.
Yeah,
we all just take it too serious.
Too serious.
yeah, it's always very
Ask
ugly
Bryce.
situation.
Bryce has the best bloopers.
Yeah, Bryce,
He does.
Bryce Bendiskin has fun.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's because Bryce isn't matching the timing, you know? He's like, because he's got the mask on.
Right.
He's like,
Chill,
I can do whatever I want.
No flap.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I would like to ask if you could voice act any character from a different anime, what character would you voice act?
Oh, wow.
That's a tough one because usually a lot of shows that I watch, I'm just like the person who they got is already doing such a good job.
Yeah.
It's always like, this question always like, that's my peer, that's my friend, they're doing great. So it's a tough one to be like, I would voice their guy.
Maybe a show that hasn't been dubbed yet.
That's not dubbed? Is there a show that's like not dubbed yet?
Oh,
There's a few. There's a few.
Fate Zero. Who did Grant George voice in Fate Zero?
Lancer.
Lancer.
Yeah.
That I would love to do that. But Fate Zero is a very special anime because it's what inspired me to actually want to do anime as a voice actor.
Really?
So
I remember watching that like before the dub was announced and really wanting to play Shiro.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Emmy, that's so cool. I want to play Shiro so bad.
That's a really tough one.
It's toughy. It's a toughie.
I've seen a show called Banana Fish.
Banana Fish!
I don't think that one has a dub.
that's
That would be
not
cool.
dub yet.
That would be a cool show to do.
Banana Fish.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Anything for you?
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
There's a show called.
It's hard when you're in all of them. You know?
Yeah, right. It's such a big problem to have. Man.
It's not an anime, but I hope in the future, at some point, I have a chance to be a part of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, yeah.
You
Hey,
know-
Avatar's an anime.
That's
It
true.
counts.
You can be a cabbage descendant.
I want to be. I would love to be one of the Cabbage Man's, descendants.
Oh, you know what you can be? You know, you know
no.
those people from like overseas that come over with like new products and new merch. You can be your own version
like a
of
little
cabbage.
merchant.
Man.
Oh,
You can be like
okay.
Potato Man or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Man.
Get your potatoes here.
That's great. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, who's next?
Hello.
hello.
Yo.
So my question is, what type of music do you think the characters that you play would listen to?
That's a very good question. Why don't we start with Greg?
Muzan definitely smooth jazz.
Oh, okay.
A lot of Kenny G. Like when he's mixing chemicals and stuff, he just wants to like rely. Yeah, Kenny G and Enya basically.
Not Michael Jackson. This
Not
is a
Michael
perfect
Jackson.
Michael Jackson opportunity.
I think he would hate, just because he has such a big
Yeah,
ego,
he'd
he
be
would
like-
hate any music with like any voice in it. Because he's like, I could sing better.
Wait,
Again,
what?
yeah,
Where? Oh,
They're up there.
Hi.
We love
I love you more.
Definitely just heavy metal.
You think so?
Heavy.
I thought he would be. I thought he would be like a sweet boy. You know.
He is a sweet boy, but he's
Sweet
got a
Boy
lot of
loves-
issues, and heavy metal is
That's
a way
true.
to process.
He's
those
a
issues.
troubled sweet boy.
Yeah,
That's
troubled
right.
sweet guy.
I was always saying that I think Zenitsu would totally listen to one of those like K-pop girl groups.
He would. I was thinking the same
He
thing.
wouldn't even care about the music all that much. He's just like watch the MVs and collect all their trading cards. That's it.
That is so funny. Wow, I don't know. Maybe just classical music or something, you know? Like
I
classical
can see
piano.
that. I can see
Makes
that.
sense.
I could see.
Tanjiro would
Will
listen.
Smith.
He would like to listen to ballads. Probably.
Yeah. No, he's just like,
You think Tanjiro would have listened to Miami?
listen to what? What's he listening
I
to?
said Will Smith.
He'd be like, what kind of music is this? It's kind of good.
Will Smith doesn't curse. He's got the cleanest rap. It's so Tanjiro coded.
Thank you.
Tanjiro would listen to Men in Black.
Thank you.
See?
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
This one's for Alex. After doing Zenitsu's voice, is doing Mashal's voice a vacation?
Well, it was that's what I was saying. People would come up to me during the Swordsmith Village, and they're like, "I'm so sorry you're not in this season." I'm like, "No, it's okay. this is my year off. This is my vacation year."
I'm off this
No, working on MASH was really fun, but actually, I think working on Mashal was much harder than Demon Slayer because there's a lot of things like whenever you just do like a monotone delivery, it's very hard to nail the comedy. So it takes a lot more like focus and skill to like try to figure out how to make moments funny when you're like limited to talking like this. So that was a lot harder, but yeah, it was a nice break from screaming. That much is true. Thank you for the question.
Yep, thank you.
Are you from Mashal?
I think so.
Yeah, okay,
I see it right there.
My question is, what is your favorite video game or video game series and why?
Ooh,
The Last of Us for me.
I
I love The Last of Us, and for me, like sound design is everything, and the sound, the squishy sort of gross kind of.
Have you played Silent Hill 2, the remake?
No, everybody
You
on
gotta
my
check
stream
that
is
out,
so
man.
mad.
I just got that game.
Silent
You
Hill
gotta
2?
check that out.
That and Dead Space, like stomping on the necromorphs and like all that squishy
Silent
bone
Hill
breaker
2 though,
stuff.
I agree.
Silent Hill 2,
Very
that's-
good.
Silent Hill 2. Okay.
I think is that a Persona outfit I'm seeing?
It is a
there?
Persona outfit. Yeah, they're Junpei. Yeah. I saw them this morning. We walked in together. It was great. Unfortunately, it's not Persona. It's Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom
is
Hearts.
Nice.
That's a good one. Oh man, that's tough. Do you have a favorite game series?
Oh, wow. For me, I was raised on Halo. So I love the Halo franchise. You know, Halo 3 dropping in, you gotta give the Covenant back their bomb. Cortana's like, but Chief, what if you miss? And he's like, I won't.
Master Chief win. Zach Aguilar, Master Chief win.
Oh, hopefully soon.
Yeah.
I know Steve Downs. I see him all the time
That's
at,
so
at the
cool.
conventions. He's so sweet.
That's so tough. Game series. There's
series.
just so many that I
know.
that I enjoyed. I think
Yeah.
ones that I will remember, I think, are definitely like the early PS4 era. Cause like, so I didn't play games for a long, long time because like I never had enough money for a console. But when I started working as a teenager, I saved up enough and I bought myself a PS4.
Nice.
And then the first game I played was God of War on the PS4. And that one, and then I played the first Spider-Man, and then also Uncharted 4, and I was like, whoa, video games is awesome. Yeah, so I love those games. But I don't know, I love story-heavy games, but one game that I really enjoy that keeps coming back to my mind is Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, DMC.
DMC, there's so much fun, but yeah, I think a lot of those, there's too many good games. There's too many good
And
games.
shout out to Skyrim too, of course.
Shout out Skyrim. Shout out Persona.
Shout out Persona.
Of course.
I'm just a very bad reader, so I can't play JRPGs all that well.
Hi. I know that in Demon Slayer, all the Demon Slayers, like, they primarily have, like, those crows, or, like, in Zenitsu's the sparrows,
Yes.
like, their main pet. But, like, if the Demon Slayer characters were to have any other animals for a pet, what would they have?
A mini alligator that walks around. Just like Florida man status. The demon would show up and be like, whoa, is that an alligator? Yeah, man.
What a little like a little tabby cat, you know? Yeah.
Well, there is a cat in the show. The one that like disappears with a backpack
I think
on.
its name starts with like an M. I always forget what it's called.
Yeah. Well, what would you think?
A wolf. Just
Ooh.
like a straight
Whoa.
wolf from the forest.
That's a very Genya answer.
Yeah. It's like just a wolf.
Either ball pythons or Japanese fighting fish.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a really good answer.
Wait, fish?
Fighting fish. Fish.
It's a fish,
fights.
right? What did you do? You have in a fishbowl with like those motorized carts that roll at the battle? or would you invite the demon over to your house so he could see the fish?
Yeah.
That would be so fun.
Look at my fish, Upper Moon 3. Look at it.
All right, man. It's like, is that all you wanted me to see? Yeah, that's it, man.
That's it. You're dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, who do we got?
Hey.
If you could visit an anime world, like any other series, which one would you choose?
Visit what?
Anime world.
Like a different show than Demon Slayer.
Oh, and like hang out there and just do stuff?
Live there. No responsibilities.
That's tough, man.
No taxes.
None.
Yeah, what?
God, no taxes.
No taxes.
So Animal Crossing's out.
That's a really good question. You wouldn't want to be in like any shonen shows.
I always say Pokemon.
I was
going to
say Pokemon.
You know
Yeah.
what? That seems like a pretty
It's
good
all-
life.
Yeah, 10 forever. You can move out at 10 and travel the world collecting adorable little creatures.
That's a
And
really
they
good
fight.
answer.
And they fight for you.
And they fight for you.
Yeah.
You do not have to
I
fight.
don't have to fight
and then
anymore,
when you
dude.
win the fight, you get money. That's how you
Yeah.
make a living.
You know, in Pokemon, whenever Brock makes those like food for the Pokemon,
The jelly
Yeah.
donuts.
no, not those. Just like
Poffins.
the little like.
Poffins?
I've always wanted to try those.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know that probably wouldn't taste good, but it looks
Yeah,
delicious.
Pokemon food looks delicious.
What if they
Maybe,
are?
Maybe.
They might be.
Scrumptious.
All right, so that's our answer. We're locked
yeah.
in. Pokemon World.
Pokemon.
Voltron, man.
Voltron.
Whoa.
Space? Yeah. Giant robots?
Yeah, either Voltron or Robotech. Yeah, well,
See, my concern with like being in anime is that you're never guaranteed to be the main character. So you could just be like a civilian. Yeah, like everybody is out there having fun, and you're just like,
oh,
yeah, man, I wish that were me. And then your house
I
blows
wish I was
up.
one of the 7 people.
And like Goku crashes through your window and just destroys your house. All right, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
here's my question. If you were Hashira, who would you be?
Like a real one or a made-up one?
A real one.
A
real one.
A real one. Who would you be?
Oh, I'd be Rengoku, man. Rengoku's my favorite.
Set your heart ablaze.
Plus, he's constantly eating, which is like the best life
That's
ever.
true.
No responsibilities except to eat.
Tasty.
I have Super Ray Chase on here for a reason.
Yeah.
I would definitely pick. God, what's his name?
Tengen?
Tengen. Yeah.
I would choose Tengen too.
Yeah, Tengen's so cool.
He's awesome.
Ladies, man, this guy.
No,
No, that's not why.
No.
Not the 3 beautiful wives I would have. That's not why.
Wow, wow, quite a defensive reaction. That protest a little too much there, Zeno.
I want to be him because he has cool jewelry on his hair.
Yeah. Abilities.
No, I get it. I agree.
I know. I was gonna say Tengen too, but I'm gonna go with Muichiro. So I can be Griffin Burns sitting in a beanbag, like you know how all of his sessions are.
Just
and he's
chilling.
like, mist breathing. No, that's too loud, Griffin.
Too loud.
Mist. No,
There it
that's
is.
still too loud. Mist breathing.
There it is.
That's it.
Perfect.
That's the take.
That's
Thank
the take.
you.
Did I hear a cat?
No.
A cat.
I don't think that was a cat.
Hi.
Hi.
Who's your favorite character, but it can't be you?
Oh, who's your favorite character?
Favorite
Can't be
character
you.
can't be me.
It's Inosuke.
Inosuke.
I love him because he's
Inosuke's
crazy.
hard to beat. I love that whenever we have a scene with him that's indoors, he's always just doing whatever. He crashes through the window. He's on the
Yeah.
ceiling.
He's a
hard to
maniac.
beat. He's hard to beat.
I'm a big Tanjiro fan. I think Tanjiro is so cool. I think he's so nice. And I really admire him. So I'd say Tanjiro.
Rengoku for life.
Rengoku. He's great.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My question isn't really about the anime. It's about like the whole experience. Like, have you like out of everybody like you've worked with, have you made any like best friends that you would like hang out with like outside and just be like, hey, how are you doing and everything like that? Like, would you just be like, cup of coffee? Want to go get some?
You know, like how friends do. Right?
The good thing about like working with such great, nice people is that like you tend to become fans of each other as well, and then become friends. Like, and it's almost inevitable because you'll see them at some point in, you know, whether it's at a con like this or like passing by in the studio, you'll see them. So it's a cool like community that you can like build with each other, and like then that's how you become friends, and you guys go hang out or get lunch, or you know, you can confide in them about things that go on in the industry and things like that.
Who's your best friend?
I cried in Alex Lee's
Yeah, like
really
in the
strong
whole show.
shoulders.
Yeah.
Like in the whole show, like have you made any like direct friends that you like?
Yeah,
will, like,
absolutely.
text?
Like, you know, he's not here, but we hang out. Well, I hang out with Ray all the time. We had a burger eating contest once.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
I've been to Alex's house
Yeah.
a couple times. It's pretty
Greg
nice.
and I, we've hung out too before. We've done a few nights where we just chill in his cool backyard, his awesome backyard.
I want to chill in Greg's cool, awesome
Yeah.
backyard.
Well, you're all invited.
Okay,
See,
thank you.
and that's how that
There we
happens.
go.
Exactly.
And now
That's
I'm
how
going
it
to be in
goes.
Greg's backyard.
But honestly, if I
Forever.
had the time and the bandwidth, I would love to. I'm trying to invite people over more often. Todd Habercorn and I, you know, we talk a lot. Todd and I are pretty close. But I like, you know, Kirk Thornton the other day. I
He's
just said,
so
Kirk,
great.
yeah, come over and
Yeah.
have a beer with me,
Love
right?
Love Kirk.
So, you know, we're all so busy because it's such a hustle, this business and stuff.
Yeah.
But when we do have time, yeah, I do like calling people out for coffee. Abby and I have hung out, had coffee and stuff.
Abby's
You know,
awesome.
so it's just whoever, you know, pops to mind, and when you have a free moment, whoever's sort of top of mind, you just reach out and try and make it happen.
That's a nice question.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you. Just wanted to let everyone know we do have time for a few more questions, okay?
Do I see an Ace Attorney beanie in the audience, or am I tripping? That's you. Okay, I did see you. That is Ace Attorney. Awesome.
Objection!
I love those games.
Hi. What would probably be the scariest demon to run into in real life?
Ooh, from the show, the scariest demon to run into in real life. Probably Muzan, honestly. Because you wouldn't even know he's a demon. You just like run into some guy, and if you forget to say sorry, he'll like skin you alive.
He might kill you even if you do say sorry.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, it's no problem. Turns around and your skin is just gone, and you're like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
No, it was my fault. Don't worry, you're fine.
As your head's falling from your shoulders. Yeah.
It would be
definitely Muzan. Muzan just like indiscriminately kills. I think that at least the other demons are like, I want to fight a strong demon slayer.
Or
Muzan
they're
doesn't
just
care.
like goofy and silly. Like, yeah, I'm the arm demon. I gotta punch arms. And Muzan's just there. I'm like, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
So that's our answer.
That's the
We're locked
answer.
into
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Muzan. Lock it in.
That's a good answer.
Show me Muzan!
Right. Ding.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
I wanted to ask if you're familiar with like playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons? Yeah.
I have never played it
I've never played
before,
either.
but
I've played. It's fun.
You played?
Yeah.
I was super into it when I was younger, and now I just don't have time. I would love to do it. It just,
I wanted to ask, like, if your character was in Dungeons and Dragons, what class would they be?
What class would they be?
Ooh. Genya would be a monk. This is chanting, right? And he'd be like a monk. What's the, like,
Bless you.
like a monk, bless you, rogue, combined class.
Like,
He'd be like a monk rogue.
I see.
Kind of?
Multi-class, yeah.
I think Zansu would be a bard.
He would be a bard. I believe that.
He's got that.
I think Tanjiro.
What would he be?
I think Tanjiro would be a paladin because he's very like nice and
Okay.
holy and good.
and Muzan would be a lawful evil cleric. It's a good cover, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, I can mix potions.
That's
Nobody
an
ask any
interesting
questions.
question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And this will be our last question.
Excuse me, my friend wants to go after me. It's gonna be quick.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
This one's for Alex.
Yes.
A few weeks ago, I saw you made a short saying you will do it once per convention. Do the Nezuko chant
Would
scream.
you like me to? Okay, all right. Everybody gets one. All right. Nezuko! There you go.
Wow. Have you ever considered being a heavy metal?
That reminds me of, you know, Mario. He falls
And this is
into some
officially
lava.
our last question.
All right, last question.
Is this thing on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, and that's our time. Everybody.
Great question.
Thank you for your question.
What's your question?
Yes, it is.
If Muzan was called Michael Jackson, what would he do?
If he was called Michael Jackson, what would he do?
Wait, if what?
If Muzan was called Michael Jackson
Michael Jackson.
by anyone,
Yeah.
anyone.
If anybody called Muzan Michael
like,
Jackson,
hey,
what would he do?
Are you Michael Jackson?
Oh, he would just like claw him.
Like, even if they were like a really sweet little girl that came up to her and just like, oh, are you Michael Jackson, Miss Jackson?
You don't think he would hee-hee
And then
do
he
the moonwalk?
he go, beat it.
Amazing question to end it on. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Before we leave, can you let everyone know where they can find you?
Oh, I'm in Hall C. Come say hi. Yeah. No, I'm in A. The program actually says I'm in C, but I'm in A. I'm in A.
Are we also in A?
I don't know what hall I'm in.
I'm in whatever hall you guys
Whatever
are
hall
in.
you guys are in.
I'm in.
Come see us in there.
We're in the hall that Chris and Sean?
Yeah.
That
Heresy,
Goku
Chris
and
Sabat,
Vegeta are in.
I'll also be there.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that you are all in Hall C.
Hall C.
Hall
Yes,
C.
Hall C, yes.
We'll
you can find them in Hall C.
see you there.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. I have been your moderator, Michelle Maka. Enjoy the rest of the con.